Hi Aries, how has your Christmas break been? Whether you celebrated or not, what have you been up to? Feel free to share. So I am going to be doing a reading for you today. As the title says, it's for us leaving 2024 and going into 2025. Before I do that, I just want to give you a little update on the channel. I'm going to be taking a step back from posting readings, videos, etc. online. As I've said to the other signs I've read for so far, it's something I've been thinking about for a very, very, very long time. And I wanted to give myself plenty of time to make sure it's not an impulsive decision and that it is a decision I actually want to make. I have to say, at first, it was just purely intuitive, just something where your intuition's like, take a step back. And I did agree to it without knowing the reasons, but it has become more apparent over the last couple of weeks, the reasons why. So it doesn't mean I'm never going to post anything online ever again. The channel will still be here, or the content will still be here. It's just literally taking a step back. And I don't know, as I say, because I'm following my intuition, I don't know if that means it's a short break, temporary break, or if it's something longer term. If I feel at any point called to do any readings online, then I will. Other than that, I can't make any promises about anything, but everything that's already here will still be here. The content will still be here. I will be in the background, so if you want to communicate with me for any reason at all, say hello, have a chat, whatever, you can leave a comment at any point in time. I'll still be aware if comments are left on the videos. My email address is in the description box as well if you want to communicate with me via email. I'll still be doing personal readings, so the info's in the description box there as well. And I'll just be focusing my energy on my in-person, face-to-face, one-to-one connections, communities, etc. So that's where my focus is going to be. And some of that will be online communication as well, one-to-one, but it will be more, it won't be through posting stuff online. So that's where I'm at. That's how my 2025 is looking so far. As I said, there's no specific plan with it, so we'll see how that goes. But we are going to get into your reading now. So this message today, you may find it's the most relevant in January, or you may find it's more relevant at a later point in 2025, or it may be a running theme for you in 2025. But let's see what Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising needs to know at this point in time, or for going into 2025. Really? This card has come up so much. Oh, wow. So we've got the Diligence card again for the third time. So you've got Diligence. You have Healing Chaos. And I love this Healing Chaos card so much. It reminds me of the Tower. And I've said before, although I don't know if it's weird that I like the Tower card, because I know it can be quite catastrophic, but there's something about the Tower that I kind of like. I don't know why. And you've got the Pleasure card as well. So I'm going to let your tarot cards come out. I've read this Diligence card so many times now. Let's see what the tarot says before I make any assumptions about it. What else do we need to know for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising? You've got the Two of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. You may be deciding to come out of some sort of comfort zone. Or considering what will make you feel more secure. What else is here? You've got the Magician. You have the Chariot. You've got the Two of Cups. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. So I'll say straight up, for at least one person, there's going to be a relationship matter here where I would actually say it looks like you may have had a chaotic relationship or a chaotic love life in general in 2024. And it may be that as you go into 2025, you're leaving that behind now. and making kind of more solid choices. You're trying to manifest something better and move forward and move on, to the kind of relationships that may, whether it's romantic or with family members actually, that make you feel or allow you to feel more secure and more understood, to be honest. And where you with people or around people who are more stable and secure, with that Knight of Pentacles as well. So that's one way of looking at it. So the healing chaos, it could be healing the relationships themselves, or just healing within yourself because of whatever went on in 2024 and prior to that as well. But the diligence next to healing chaos is where it's I don't know if it feels as deep as shadow work, but that's the closest thing I can think of, because when you do shadow work, you do have to be diligent so that you can resolve whatever needs to be resolved within you, don't you? And then once you've done that, then as you're doing that, should I say, because you don't have to sort of think to yourself, oh God, well, I've got to heal first before I can get any kind of joy or manifest. I personally don't believe that. I think you can do the two simultaneously. You can do your shadow work and healing and pursue pleasure as well. You don't have to, because if we did that, you could be doing shadow work for 10 years. So what that means, you're miserable. You can't have any joy in life for 10 years until you finished your healing work. That's insane. It can work together as far as I'm concerned. What else am I getting here? So relationships is one thing where that's apparent. There's something about being more appreciated with that Nine of Pentacles as well, making choices where you feel more appreciated. So more appreciated, more secure, more valued even. So for some it could be in work, for some it could be in your community, it could be in anything. There's something more empowered with the Magician and the Chariot as well, going to things that where you are more empowered or you feel more empowered choices. But as I said, there's something about feeling more understood here as well. So feeling more understood and connecting with situations and people where there's a greater sense of support and connection and understanding as well. So it could even be like in terms of community or friendship, social groups, whatever. You're moving into situations where it just feels more harmonious for you, more enjoyable. And again, there's that reliability with that Knight of Pentacles. This can also be for at least one person that you're becoming more reliable and stable as well. You could have been the chaos. You could have been the chaotic one. You could have been the Tower in 2024 doing all sorts of chaotic shit. And it's like, now's your time to kind of calm down. You might make the choice and say, you know what, I went wild last year, it's time to chill out now. And to be more intentional and to move forward. And yeah, more of a Knight of Pentacles kind of energy than an all over the place kind of energy. Is there anything else I can say? I think if I say anything else, I'm just going to be pretty much repeating myself. But the intentions are important here, because again, as I say, you might have had a chaotic 2024, and it might not be that you went wild. It's just that you just didn't know what the hell was going on. You were just kind of, what is it? Is it flying by the seat of your pants or something like that? You just kind of getting on with stuff, but it's like there's no structure or goals, or which there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes that's what life is, isn't it? But you're at a point now where it's like, you know what? No, I want something more stable, and I want goals. I want a plan. I don't just want to be going through the motions or playing it by ear. I want to create a bit more structure. That might be where you're at. I should have literally put the remember when I did the readings, if you've seen my channel before, the readings for when Pluto was shifting out of Aquarius and into Capricorn. I should have put the list in front of me to check what that happened in which house, because I can't remember off the top of my head now where that happened for you, but that might be relevant, so you might want to check that, where in your birth chart Pluto shifted from Aquarius and into Capricorn, from Capricorn and has gone into Aquarius now, what house that's happening in, because that might give you some clues what area this corresponds to. Let's get into the Power of Surrender deck, because this may give you an idea of what you need to surrender, release, leave behind from 2024 as you go forward into 2025. And you may have already released something and it's just a case of continuing to move forward, or you may need to do a bit more surrendering, a bit more releasing. So what else do we need to know for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising? So we have the Surrender Defensiveness card. And it says, defensiveness is a sign of weakness. I always point out, I do not agree with that. Sometimes, yes, sometimes it is a sign of, well, I don't even think it's a sign of weakness, to be honest. I just don't agree with that statement, period. Because there are a number of reasons that people can become defensive, can't they? But anyway, to communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So that part I'm cool with. That weakness part, though, I can't get on board with that. Right, so I did say that for someone there may have been a bit of a chaotic period of time, and if there's any defensiveness that could play into that whole thing of the chaos and defensiveness being kind of hand in hand. I did speak of understanding, a greater sense of understanding, with that Two of Cups being there, and I think I mentioned initially relationships. So for someone here, specifically in relationships, whether it's with family or romantic, you may need to be a bit more open-minded or compassionate, or just be willing to understand the other person's perspective a little bit more. That's something that comes to mind here. And that may be for only one person. It can even be that you are highly protective of the choices that you make, and you kind of like, I don't want anybody trying to tell me what to do. And it's not to say that you have to do what anybody tells you to do, but it may be that you maybe just be a bit more open to other suggestions. And obviously you get the final say, you decide what you want. But if you're able to sort of keep an open mind and sort of listen at the very least, then you can make more empowered decisions. And it might be that what someone else has to say might be quite helpful. There's something about being open to doing things differently in general here as well with this defensiveness, you know, and we sort of have an idea in our head specifically about how we should do something or how something should be done. And it's like, well, no, this is how I'm going to do it. I don't want to do it any other way. And it might be, again, being open to a different way. With the magician's resourceful. He's got a lot of tools in that box. He doesn't just have one tool where it's like, right, this is the tool I've got. This is the only tool I can use. This is the only way I can do it. He's got a lot of different tools. And you may need to consider what your resources are, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, etc., and how you can use them to move you forward through 2025. So again, different ways, being open to different ways of doing things rather than just, nope, this is my way, that's it, end of story. So I think that's it for you, Aries. Yeah, I think that's it for you. So I will leave it there for you. I hope that you have a fantastic 2025 again. Although I am stepping back from posting, I'm in the background. So if you want to communicate with me, as I said, comment section, send me an email if you want to for any reason whatsoever. Personal readings are still available. And I think that's it. So, yep, have a great 2025 and take care. And thank you for your support with viewing the videos, subscribing, liking the videos. I appreciate all of that. So, yeah, I will say goodbye now. Take care.